Just lost my mind at my boyfriend. We are together just over 4 years, live together for just over 2. I'm 25 and he's 27. His brother just proposed to his girlfriend of 2 years, and as happy as I am for them, I also get angry as I thought that we'd be engaged before them.
What about me?
It's not a race though. Just because they are engaged doesn't mean that your relationship is behind. I sat him down this September and very strongly expressed my desire to get married. He gave a very vague response that he wasn't ready yet but was feeling more positive towards it as time goes on. That's definitely not ideal. You guys should have a proper conversation because right now you're clearly not on the same page. I feel like I'm banging my head against a brick wall. He's had his issues, which are getting a lot better now, but the situation is constantly making me feel like I'm not good enough to be proposed to. It's probably not that, but forcing a marriage has never ended well. But I'm a catch. I cook, I clean, I make sound financial decisions. We split the bills 50-50, renting. I have a good paying job for my age and career prospects. I plan surprises, I make an effort with my appearance, and I'm not bad to look at.
But I'm the queen!
I actually had a very active dating life before I met him, so I know I'm not an ogre, not that it should matter anyway. Interesting. So what exactly he is bringing to the table? Because from what you are saying, you are doing everything right. But what about him? And if you are doing all this, why do you feel insecure in this relationship? These past 4 years have been lovely, but I'm ready for the next step. I used to be a lot more ruthless when I was dating around, but I've gone soft and obviously I love him and the thought of leaving is painful. But the alternative, a long dating time with no real commitment, in my eyes, is painful and humiliating. I'm still not hearing much about him at all. You do realize you are in a relationship with another person. It's not just about you, right? So tonight, I burst into tears and asking him to call it now if he has no intention of proposing. He sat quiet while I ranted and raved, and I finished with, "If you have no intention of proposing, that's fine, but please stop wasting my time." To which he looked at me and responded with a solemn, "Okay." We haven't spoken since. In the early days, he would never let me get upset without comforting me, but now it's different. He lets me cry alone. To be honest, this comes off very manipulative and self-centered. It feels like you are trying to force him to make a decision with tears, and that's very toxic. I don't think this is a good place to be talking about marriage. You guys might not even be right for each other. Edit. Okay, I got a lot more than I bargained for with this post. Thank you to everyone who's weighed in and given me some tough love. I really appreciate it. I'm going to delete Reddit for a little while as it's slightly overwhelming when a course of hundreds of people are telling you to leave your relationship. But hopefully, I'll be back to update you soon. Wishing you all a wonderful 2025, whatever it may bring. Yeah, that's what happens when you come to Reddit. But honestly, it has helped a lot of people before. At least you can gain some outside perspective. We have a lot of relevant comments on this post, so let's jump into it. OP should consider about moving out of the place. OP, I would move back with my mama at the point of breakup. Her door is always open for me. Although that would be a temporary solution until I found myself a place/a roommate. I've never moved out of a shared home before as he is the first partner I've ever lived with. And honestly, the whole logistical side is as daunting right now as the whole emotional side. I need a little time to get my ducks in a row, and because I'm scared too, baby steps I guess. That's understandable. Luckily, you have your mom, so you do have a place to go if you guys do break up, which is very important. Take your time, it's going to be okay. First commenter, you are playing the role of a wife and not making him feel like he has anything to gain by marrying you. I literally just had this convo with my fiancé today. We've been engaged for a year with no steps towards actually planning the wedding. So I finally sat him down, and after a heated argument, he later apologized and said getting married hasn't been on the forefront of his mind because he sees me as his wife already. These men get too damn comfortable, not gonna lie, and then don't feel like there's any rush because they've already got everything they want. I mean, if he really wanted to, he would. OP's answer, I think this is it. He thinks I'm his fiancé/wife already because our lives are so entangled. Well, I don't remember being asked to be either of those things.
The more I think about this opportunity, the more I want it.
Okay, so if you're so unhappy and you don't feel like you're properly committed to, then you can leave. That's an option too. Second commenter, I wish your title was I just lost my mind at my boyfriend and left him because he's been strangling me along for years. I know you are 25 years old and you were only 21 when you began this relationship. You have your whole life ahead of you, so stop wasting your time with someone that's made it clear they don't want to marry you. Please, leave him. Before you begin dating again, try to take a year finding yourself, enjoy life alone and with friends, travel, etc. Ask yourself, are you hellbent on finding a husband because it is society's expectations? Do you feel you are not a whole person without being married? I ask because you listed a litany of things you do to make him want to be with you and marry you, and nothing about things he does for you to prove he's worthy of you and your love.
Exactly.
I didn't know it's supposed to be a competition of which sibling gets married first, regardless of the age of siblings. And without knowing, I'm assuming the reason you are so upset is whether the age of his sibling. He was in his relationship last time and already getting married versus your boyfriend has made it clear he doesn't want to marry you after 4 years. If your main goal is in life to feel whole is to be married, if you would have left after the first year or so, more than likely would have already found someone more than happy to marry you, instead of living and hoping to marry someone who made it very clear early on he's strangling you along. It amazes and saddens me how it's mostly always women on here of all ages, and how many that are begging the man in their life to marry them after spending years and years waiting and living in a state of hopeful suspended animation, with multiple ultimatums, always moving the goalpost and not feeling their worth. I have to agree with a lot of things this commenter said. To be honest, I have dated some terrible people before, but I never wanted to marry them or have kids. And I probably didn't even think about or realized how much time I wasted. But it shaped me to the person who I am, so I don't regret it. That said, if you want a family, you have to be more careful about how much time you invest in a relationship before it stops being worth it. OP's answer, thank you for your down-to-earth advice. I really appreciate it. Don't get me wrong, my boyfriend is a great man, treats me wonderfully, except when it comes to marriage talk. And I love him very much, which is why I want to marry him and be with him forever. He struggles intensely with confidence issues and ADHD, and it's a little bit lost in life. I've been pouring my energy into trying to help him for years. He's come on leaps and bounds with his ADHD journey. He's in therapy and now medicated, but I have had to push him so hard to get to this point. His upbringing was difficult and he has a lot of trauma from that.
Everybody else does.
His mom and dad were constantly on and off, so I guess he doesn't know what real commitment looks like. I love him so much and I feel like if I leave, I'm giving up on him. But I need to prioritize my life at some point. It's just a situation all around. If after 4 years he didn't propose, he probably won't. If you stay and you guys will have kids, that pressure won't disappear, it will feel worse. I think you definitely need to start prioritizing yourself. Commenter 3, you sound like a spoiled, overdramatic brat. You left out way too much info. You've been dating for 4 years and you are 25. You are overreacting in my opinion. There are so many things that go into marriage. Financially, morally, is that all that ironed out? Are you on the same page about kids? Do you want to buy a house? Live in the same area? Is there anything that could be holding this up? As a man, getting married in America is daunting. Shut up! All rights in the divorce go to women. Men get on during divorces. It's a scary prospect. I love how he's talking about how hard it is for a man in America. Did OP even said she's American? There are other countries in the world. OP's answer, I'm not American. We've spoken about kids and buying a house. We are actively saving for a property together. And and we are on the same page since marriage. As many other commenters have said, he wants all the benefits without having to stand in front of all our friends and family and commit to each other. And that's a sticking point I may have been willing to compromise on once, but not anymore. By the way, I'm a lot more financially savvy than him, and he's poor, so I doubt a divorce would work against him.
Emotional, damn it!
Why do you even want to marry this guy? I hear you love him, but I do wonder, why are you set on this relationship so much? There are people out there who are looking for the same thing as you want. He is not it. There are some updates on this post, so let's see what happened. 90 days after I posted this, I left the relationship. I'm 12 days into our separation, unfortunately still living together but working on changing that. I also started therapy and it has been a revelation. Yeah, therapy tends to do that. I'm glad you're getting that clarity though. I gave 4.5 years of my life giving 100% to this man and reaped nothing from it. That energy could have and should have been invested in myself. Imagine where I could be now. Life is full of lessons, and if you take anything from this up today, let it be this. When someone tells you who they are with their words and actions, believe them. I am so excited for the rest of my life. I'm going to surround myself with people who believe in me and achieve what I want to achieve all by myself. A man does not determine your worth, and please never put your life on hold waiting for one either. Peace and love. And that's on period. I'm so proud of you, and I know you will achieve everything you ever wanted. You will find a partner who will treat you the queen as you are. Update 2. It's been roughly a year since I made my first post. Just thought I would shed some light on my life since I left 9 months ago. I've saved a deposit for my first property and I start my house hunt in the new year. I plan to buy solo and have my sister come live with me when I'm settled. I secured a new job that I start in January that I was headhunted for, with a 25% increase in salary and a lot of progression opportunities. I bought a new car all by myself that I maintain myself. Made a new circle of friends who I adore and have had so much fun with. Strengthened my relationship with my family as I can dedicate more time to them. Went to play on my own, went to a concert on my own, went abroad on my own and met some amazing people who I'm still in contact with. Oh my god, that's amazing. Look at how much you have done when you started to live for yourself. These are huge changes and you didn't need anyone else to do it. Lost 25 pounds in weight and gained a love for the gym and swimming. I swam 30 kilometers in a month of June. This year has turned out to be the best year of my adult life, and I'm not exaggerating. I am the happiest I have probably ever been, and I have so much to look forward to because I'm living my life for me. So if you're ending 2025 unsure, upset, and disappointed with a man in your life, where could you be in a year? Make 2026 the year of choosing you. That's a really great advice, and I'm genuinely very happy for you. You don't need to be married to build the life you want. It's really great to see how much you achieved in such a short time. Just keep going, OP. Am I the a-hole for saying I don't give a about my roommate's baby? I mean, probably don't live with people who have kids if you feel like this about them. But let's get more context. I'm 27 female and I have a roommate, 25 female. Originally, it was me and my roommate, but she got pregnant by her boyfriend, causing her boyfriend to move in. At first, it wasn't a big deal, he wasn't loud and my roommate didn't really bother me. But as the months passed and she got more pregnant, she started becoming more entitled and rude. For an example, she would constantly steal my food, and when I tried to confront her, she would play the pregnancy cravings card. I think you guys shouldn't live together anymore. She shouldn't be stealing your food, but she's pregnant. Her partner should probably take a better care of her needs. But the day that finally made me snap was the day I brought home a small personal pumpkin pie. I wrote my name on the box and put it in the fridge. Not the pumpkin pie. Honestly, I wouldn't have cared if she only took a slice, but this was literally eating the whole thing. Why is it so hard to human nowadays? Why didn't she ask? Eating the whole thing Absolutely not. I'm fed up with her always eating my food. I got mad and I yelled at her. I asked her why she was eating my pumpkin pie knowing that it wasn't for her. She started crying and said she's pregnant and she can't help that the baby was craving pumpkin pie.
I'm having a baby!
That's okay. Then you get your own, or at least you ask for a piece, not devour the whole thing. In a fit of rage, I yelled at her and said, I don't give a f about your dumbass baby. She gasped dramatically like I just said something worth shattering and she ran off to tell her boyfriend what I said. Why didn't she ask her boyfriend to go to the shop and get her a pie instead of eating yours? Hella selfish. Later, he called me a for yelling at a pregnant woman who can't control her craving. But then he can satisfy her cravings. It's not your job. At the very least, they should replace what was taken. So am I the a-hole for saying I don't give a f about my roommate's baby? No, it wasn't the first time. Everyone reaches a breaking point and it looks like this was yours. I honestly feel like you guys shouldn't live together anymore because the situation isn't working. And it's only going to be worse when a crying baby is going to get into the mix. I wish you the best, genuinely. Hopefully you can find a situation that is more balanced for you. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stories. If you did, please subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comments. I reply them all and see you in the next one.